Hey, Rich, Tennessee Homestead. How the heck are you? It wasn't clickbait. Do you get your news from Twitter? Just curious, because I've pretty much seen where if you're getting your news for Twitter, they have a word for you called uninformed. Yeah, because they can say anything. If that's where you're getting your news off of Facebook, Twitter, yeah, you need to take a step back and go, let me go run this down and check all the different sources and really spend some time researching it, because you're going to find out you're being lied to, and move on. Okay, just trying to give you a good piece of advice. Yeah, you don't want to live your life as a fool. Yeah. So that's what many are doing right now today. Yeah, what I really want to talk about here is these cities that are on fire. Portland, Seattle, Chicago. Chicago just really had a good weekend. So forth. I would if I could advise the president, just be shut down and just sit down and let him do the thing. Now they went after the Miracle Mile up there in Chicago. That's real smart, guys, because the only thing keeping your city alive, honestly, is tourism. Yeah. And you're not going to have much of it when you're done. But who cares? Chicago, you got the ability to fix it, but you're not. Okay? Because, Illinois and Chicago has been voting Democrat for so long. Believe me, the people down in the southern part of the state would love to see you folks change who you're voting for, because it affects them pretty dramatically. My suggestion would be to truckers, I'd just quit hauling into any of these cities. Just quit hauling goods into them. Why risk getting your drivers hurt? That's going to earn you a lawsuit. Get your stuff stolen, more insurance claims, all this kind. Just quit. Just tell them no. Till you get your cities under control, we're not coming back. Boycott them. Okay? Just say no. Y'all need to fix this. That might help. Okay? Usually when the grocery stores go empty, people get a little more reasonable. Yeah. So when there's no food, no gas, and less Molotov cocktails to throw around, right? Yeah. Molotov, whatever how you pronounce that. But yeah, just stay out of there. Tell them no. Why risk your drivers' lives? Why risk getting your trucks broke into? Why do it? Go haul to safer places. Yeah. The next thing would be is, as far as the president and the federal government, you've offered these cities help. You've offered everything from federal agents and federal law enforcement to National Guard, and they keep, we don't want your help. Butt out. At this point, butt out. Okay? Just let them do their thing. Let them burn those cities to the frickin' ground. Let them drive the businesses off. Let them turn into East St. Louis. I'll show you some pictures. St. Louis used to be a thriving town. Hub had the big national stockyards there. Thriving town. Casinos. They still have a casino. One that they park down on a river so that they can cut it loose from the moorings and get out on the river if they have to. But yeah, it was a thriving town. It was second only to St. Louis, and that was coin toss. And like I said, I'll give you a few more photos on it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Looks a little like, I don't want to say Beirut, because Beirut has actually been pulling their stuff together a little bit. They don't look as bad as East St. Louis. Now with this big explosion, maybe, but no, for the most part. Let them burn these cities down. Seriously. Nobody's going to want to go to Portland anymore. Nobody's going to want to go to Seattle no more. Nobody wants to go to these towns. That's like going, if you were living back in the Midwest, back in the 70s, 80s, I think I want to go out to maybe Watts for a summer vacation. Nobody was saying that. Okay. All right. And then you need to work with your state laws and so forth. Like down here, we have pretty good castle doctrine. Protects you in your home and your property and your business and also your automobile. Yeah. Antifa going to find out getting down here doing that kind of silly stuff going to turn them into biological speed bumps. Okay. And ain't nobody going to care. Maybe their mommy and their daddy. Nobody else is. Okay? Stay out of the street. Mama should have taught you that. Don't come out waving guns around and clubs and you make somebody think that you're going to hurt them and they've got a right to defend themselves at that point, even if it's using that 3,000-pound automobile to do it. Keep that in mind. But yeah, the government's offered all the help they can. Donald Trump's done his part. Let them burn. Just let them burn. They want to defund their police departments, not have law enforcement, and people are staying in those cities, then learn to live with it. I would eventually say if they drive the business out of their towns and all this, just keep in mind the American taxpayer does not need to rebuild them. If the locals want to rebuild their little city, they can go for it. We don't need to get involved. Leave our tax dollars out of it. Yeah, that's something the Democrats also reason they wouldn't help out with helping the working people in this country through the stimulus thing was they wanted a lot of money for helping the cities out that have been financially mismanaged for decades and wanting the taxpayer to pay for it. Let them go bankrupt. Be done with it. If a city can't pay its bills and it's going, we got to be bailed out or we got to file bankruptcy, point them in the direction of the federal court so they could go ahead and get their bankruptcy on file. Let them go bankrupt. American public is tired of the Democrats and their stupid policies. And these stupid people that like living in that mess. Let them live in it. Congratulations. Y'all voted for it. Don't leave. Stick around. Enjoy. Y'all went nuts. Period. Went nuts. Okay? You've asked for what you're getting. So quit complaining. I'm leaving the city. They're too dangerous or do this or too... You voted for it. Enjoy. Because, Lord, the only thing you're going to do is run to another state and start voting the same stupid way you were voting there. Too dumb to realize, it's kind of one of those things where screw me over once, shame on you. Screw me over twice, shame on me. But, as we can see from the people fleeing California because they got screwed over in California, they went to Texas and started voting the same way. So when the cities in Texas turned into the same monstrosities and so forth that you had in California, shut up. You asked for it. Apparently you like it. People find out that you fled from California to Texas, and now you're fleeing from Texas for the same reason. I'm probably going to shoot your butt at the border. Don't need your headaches. The rest of us got a pretty good life. Yeah, we're not living in high rises and all that. Yeah, no. Because we don't like that. We're self-sufficient and independent. Something Democrats are not. You got to have Big Brother take care of you, right? Yeah. You're an embarrassment. That kind of thinking is not American. American are pretty free-spirited, independent people. And you are not one of those. So maybe when you're thinking about where to move to the next time, maybe expand your horizons outside of our borders. Because Americans are getting tired of these. And you don't want it. So if you got a Democrat that's a friend, wrap your arm around their neck and tell them, why don't you just get out of here? Seriously. Just leave. If you have family and stuff in those cities, they asked for it. Sorry. You know. That's like, you know, if you're a drug user and a drug addict, I don't have a lot of sympathy for you. You ask for it. Maybe help run them through rehab once and see if they can clean up their act, but the second time, don't worry about them. Yeah, don't worry about them. Throw them into prison, be done with them. It's time for this stuff to end. Let's maybe try to make this nation great. Quit worrying about the world. Quit worrying about people who are too foolish to control their own destiny. And Democrats, you're showing that. You want to tear stuff up and want us to pay for it. Not going to happen. And if you're a good conservative individual, doesn't necessarily have to be Republican, but conservative thinking individual, let's throw these clowns out of the federal government to make sure that they don't get any of our money to clean up their mess. Just put them to the curb. And if they want to burn their cities down, we'll bring the graham crackers, the chocolate, and marshmallows, and we'll make s'mores together. How's that? I don't see a lot of hope for the Democratic Party or the Democrats in this country. People are pretty much tired of these. Understand, you're not looked on as like you've got any intelligence. You're looked at as fools. You might want to start cleaning up your act. Quit being silly. The rest of you, love you guys and appreciate you.